Hey everybody, dragonhawkguy here with another off-season update for all the 12s out there in Seahawks Nation. Today is March 31st, 2020, which means it's time for a little spring cleaning of the Seahawks roster. Before we get started, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video, and be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about these roster moves the Seahawks are doing today, and do you think this is clearing up enough salary cap space to go after Jadeveon Clowney and keep him in Seahawks team colors? So the first of the roster cleaning moves that the Seahawks are doing today is to release safety Tedric Thompson. What this does is it clears up $2 million in salary cap space with only $168,000 in dead money, which is the money that counts against the cap but doesn't count towards anything. What this does is it clears up the safety position a little bit. Right now we've got Bradley McDougald and Cadre Diggs as the starters and Marquise Blair and Lano Hill as the backups, which means that Tedric Thompson, sadly, decent player, but had a few injuries last season, never quite recovered, and now he becomes a salary cap casualty, saving $2 million against the cap with surprisingly only $168K in dead money. The second of the two roster moves the Seahawks did to clean up their salary cap today is to release tight end Ed Dickson, who in 2 years with the Seahawks did almost nothing. It seemed like he was injured every week. And by releasing Ed Dickson, instead of costing $3.86 million next year, they're saving $3 million against the cap. Obviously, Ed Dixon had a really good career with Indianapolis, but the 2 years he was here in Seattle didn't do much. So the question is, are you guys happy with these two roster moves, getting rid of safety Tedric Thompson and getting rid of tight end Ed Dickson? Clear up the roster a little bit, clearing up the salary cap space, $5 million on the salary cap gone. Do you guys think that's enough to re-sign Jadeveon Clowney? Clowney was saying he wants $20 million. I don't think the market is going to hold that. But do you guys, do you 12s out there, do you think clearing up the $5 million that this does for the salary cap saves enough money for the Seahawks to go after a reduced offer to Jadeveon Clowney? Should we go out and get Everson Griffen? Granted, he's 32, so he's not at the peak of his career anymore, but he still has a lot left to give. Should we go out and get Everson Griffen for maybe $8 to $10 million instead of Clowney for $16 to $18 million? Obviously, Clowney's way more athletic, way more explosive, more of a playmaker, but he's injured so often and he misses 5-6 games a year. Would you rather have an Everson Griffen play 15-16 games a year, maybe not be quite as good a player, but be more consistent? Would you prefer an Everson Griffen for $5 or $6 or $7 million cheaper than a Jadeveon Clowney, or would you like to break the bank, go out and get Jadeveon Clowney, and maybe lose a linebacker, lose an extra offensive lineman, and have to go with a little bit more depth somewhere from an undrafted free agent? So in the comment section down below this video, please let me know what you think of these moves the Seahawks did today, getting rid of Tedric Thompson and getting rid of Ed Dickson, and who would you like to see on that defensive line trying to sack the quarterback? Would you want Everson Griffen? Would you want Jadeveon Clowney? Or would you rather see the Seahawks wait and try and draft a guy, maybe go out and get Yetur Gross-Matos? I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Yetur Gross-Matos has been projected by many at the 27th pick that the Seahawks have. He's the guy out of Penn State, and if you want a really, really good read, Google Yetur Gross-Matos on ESPN's website from an article they did in November. He has a really, really fascinating life story, and he has overcome so much. He's one of those guys that, yes, he has first-round talent, but he also has a motor that won't quit. And read that article on ESPN.com. You will have a newfound respect for Yetur Gross-Matos as a human being, and you will be amazed at the motivation that gives him to play. So, what do you think? What do you guys think? Do you want the draft pick? Do you want the mid-tier free agent? Or do you want to break the bank and get Jadeveon Clowney? And do you think these two roster moves the Seahawks did today are tipping the cap that the Seahawks are going to go out and get and re-sign Jadeveon Clowney. What do you guys think? Be sure to comment down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And be sure to comment down below and let me know all your thoughts. Dragon Hawk Guy here. I'll see you guys again later. See ya.